Welcome back to Tales of TwoRocks.
Welcome back!
Ever feel like you were born to do just one thing? Well, Cleb Jones doesn't have to imagine that. His life's been pretty much about being a weapon, a tool. And, it's not pretty. But that's what this deep dive is about, Cleb Jones. We're going to get into it. Magic, messed up mentors, the whole shebang.
It's more than just wild magic, though.
Right.
It's about what happens to a person when they're used, treated like a means to an end. Kleb's story. It's about climbing up from that, fighting for every scrap of your own identity.
Okay, so picture this. Abandoned the moment he's born. Yeah, you heard that right. Abandoned because of his powers. Talk about starting life with a strike against you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, abandoned, then found by this, rogue mage is putting it mildly. Dirty Sebastian was his name. Not exactly the kind of guy who believes in a nurturing environment.
More like throw you in the deep end and see if you can make magic or drown kind of guy, huh?
Pretty much. And to really get Sebastian, you got to get wild magic. This isn't your light a candle magic, not by a long shot. Wild magic, it's like raw chaos, pure and simple. Imagine trying to bottle a tornado. That's the kind of power Sebastian wanted to tap into.
And little Cleb, just a kid, he's that tornado.
Exactly. You can see how terrifying it is, but also how tempting, right? Poor kid was both feared and exploited for something he couldn't control. Makes you think about how that kind of childhood messes you up.
Yeah, no kidding. And if that wasn't enough, throw in a continent-spanning war. Just for good measure. Teenage Cleb smack dab in the middle of the War of the Skies and Plains. We're talking full-on magic battles, and guess who's stuck using his powers to help one side?
Sebastian, of course. He wasn't exactly fighting for peace and justice, more like saw an opportunity to profit off the chaos. Cleb was basically a child soldier at that point.
Man, talk about a raw deal. Okay, so things are bad. Right, then we hit Cleb's 19th birthday. Not a happy occasion. This is where Sebastian decides to play eye doctor, using something called the Leschnite sphere.
Okay, the Leschnite sphere. Bad news. We're talking rare, crazy powerful, and implanted directly into Cleb's eye socket. Sebastian crossed a line there, went from controlling Cleb's actions to trying to control his very being. See, the Leschnite, it's like a doorway, right? Let something else in, something not of this world, all to manipulate Cleb from the inside out.
Hold on. So not only is Cleb a weapon in a war he didn't ask for, now there's something in his head trying to control his every thought. Brutal.
Yeah. And this is where things get interesting. According to what we've gathered, Cleb, he fights back. This kid, this teenager who's known nothing but manipulation, he tears himself free. But there's a cost, a big one. He ends up, well, destroying Sebastian in the process.
Okay, so freedom, kinda. But here's the thing. That entity, that voice in his head, it's still there. Doesn't just go away after all that. He's free from Sebastian, but not free from what Sebastian did to him.
Exactly. That's the real fight, right? Cleb ends up with pirates, figures it's the best place to hide, starts using alcohol to quiet the voice, the memories. It's a classic trauma response.
Find something, anything, to numb the pain. But does it work? Is Cleb free or just stuck in a different kind of prison? It's like he's always running, always fighting to be his own person.
And that's the question we're left with. Can someone like Cleb, someone so shaped by trauma, ever really escape their past? Or is he forever going to be looking over his shoulder, fighting for control?
It's a lot to unpack, that's for sure. Cleb's story makes you think, what would you do? How far would you go to break free? Stay tuned for next week's deep dive in Tales of TwoRocks.